This May, Chicago will host a group of the world's top leaders at the 25th NATO Summit, the first U.S. meeting outside of Washington, D.C. NATO was originally planned for the same weekend as the G8 Summit, but the White House decided in March to move the G8 to Camp David. This gathering will bring leaders and delegations from around the world, as well as the security concerns and protests. While the G8 meetings focus on economic issues, NATO's main concerns are security, politics, and a long-lasting military alliance. The NATO nations don't gather every year, only when issues come up that call for a summit. The summit will take place May 20th and 21st at McCormick Place and will focus primarily on Afghanistan, which NATO has been involved in since 2001. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization was signed in 1949, creating a military alliance made up of North American and European countries that had an eye on containing Soviet aggression. More countries have joined the alliance since, bringing the alliance to a total of 28 member countries and 40 partner countries. The foundation of the NATO agreement is Article 5, which states, "An armed attack against one or more of them shall be considered an attack against them all, and the alliance will exercise a right to self-defense." The first time NATO enacted Article 5 was in response to the September 11th terrorist attacks, which led to the alliance's actions in Afghanistan. The top civil leader of NATO is Secretary General Anders Fogh Rasmussen from Denmark. The civil leader is in charge of steering the consultation process and decision-making. He is also the chief spokesperson and leads the NATO staff. NATO's headquarters are in Brussels and is home to delegations from each member country and NATO's international staff. Each delegation is headed by an ambassador who acts on instructions from his or her capital. The summit will bring about 50 world leaders to Chicago, including heads of state from the 28 North American and European countries that make up the alliance. Protesters have also filed for demonstrations with the city and have taken the city to court over where and how they can march. Typically, protests at NATO summits have been smaller than those at major economic gatherings. With the arrival of leaders and delegations from all over the world and the potential for thousands of protesters, for one weekend in May, all eyes will be on the city of Chicago.